Hi, welcome to my studio. I thought I'd take you on a little video tour because it's really hard to see everything in pictures. So this is from the doorway, and then we walk in and I've got all my shelves right there, right across from my desk. I've got little boxes with labels and all my Tattered Angels, Glimmer Mists, just some storage cases. I keep my 12 by 12 pattern paper in these huge milk crates from Target in these big Ziploc bags. And then I've got some cabinets down on the bottom. And the next shelf, I've got more storage for pattern paper. I might have a slight addiction. And some more storage down on the bottom. This is where I keep my photo tent for taking pictures because it gets really dark in here sometimes, so I've got to have the actual light to be able to see the pictures. I've got some of my albums up on this shelf, and then just some idea books and magazines. And my silhouette lives way up there, if you can see that. I keep a lot of cards that I've made up on the walls, just kind of brighten up my room, keep it a little bit cheerier. On this side, I've got my favorite thing ever is my picture. That was my birthday present this year, and I love it. And then I've got my sewing machine and this super cool vintage tackle box my mom found me at a flea market. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but I love it. I've got my ribbon on my door because I wasn't using it the way it was on the spools, so I just took it all off, put it on some bookbinding rings, and hung them there, and I love it now. Over here I've got my printer and just some little pads, little mini stacks of paper like the Cosmo Cricut and Basic Gray and Paper Tray ink. Nice and handy. And then I've got all these little bins like embellishments, my tapes, embossing folders, some of my stamps, punches. And then on the next one I've got my laptop here. And then again, more of these little boxes where I keep like my pearls and my gems, my baker's twine. Oh, look at that. I love all those colors. Oh, down here. Sorry if I'm making you sick. I'll try not to move the camera like that again. I've got my felt from Paper Tray ink. And then slowly moving up. This is one of the coolest storage solutions in my room. I've got these distress inks all right here. This was a CD rack at Target for like $10, so love that. Just a layout. These are some of the 12 tags of Christmas from Tim Holtz. I've been going through the previous years and making them with some of my friends. My embellishment center where I've got some glimmer glaze and glam, my distress stains, and then all my Paper Tray ink buttons. Oh, aren't they pretty? On this bookshelf, I've got dry erase boards there so I can keep up with some of the current magazine calls so I don't have to go look it up online. It's always just right there. And then I've got just some crackle paints. Oh, my Mr. Huey sprays, love those. All of the Paper Tray ink ribbons. I actually keep those on the spool so I know exactly what shade I'm grabbing for. And then just some storage books, book text to cut. Over here next to my desk, I've got this great shelf where I keep most of my stamps. I've got like the bigger clings from Hero Arts here and some of the smaller woodblock stamps. And then I've got my huge woodblock stamps like the backgrounds right there. My Tim Holtz dies right here. And then all my Paper Tray ink stamps. Oh, isn't that happy? And then this is another lovely thing. I've got all my Distress Stain ink blending tools, that's what they're called, right there. And the inks that I use most often. Next to my desk underneath that, I've got these cabinets where I just keep the stuff I always reach for. Like I keep my Paper Tray ink cardstock in these 12 by 12 file folders, so that's right at hand. My acrylic blocks are all in there. The miscellaneous is obviously very messy. Right at my desk, I've got these great little cubbies. I've got my Distort scoring tool right here, my die cutting and my heat embossing on this side. On this side, I've got my paper cutter and my adhesives. And then on my desk, I've got my Copics, and I've got, this is really great. It's the tool turnaround from Pampered Chef. I love it for all of my tools that I need to keep on hand. Oh, I've got, ooh, I didn't show you my other stamps. I've got my Lawn Fawn stamps in one of these, as well as Hero Arts right next to it. Nice and easy to get to. And then I think we're almost done. Ooh, I've got this really great rack for some of my bigger adhesives, like the best glue in the world, the Quick Dry Helmar adhesive. Love that. And then I think the last thing is this cool little board I got from Pier 1. I'm gonna make a cool frame out of it eventually and actually decorate it, but right now it's serving as my little inspiration board with some of my newer products, or just ones that I keep meaning to get out and use. So that's my studio, and I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thanks for stopping by.